Once the Confederate capital, Richmond, came under siege once more. This time it was lawfully armed civilians taking over the streets.
We are patriots here as a unified front to say that we will not be stepped on.
The governor imposed a state of emergency, concerned that armed militia groups could try to storm the legislature.
I think it's a joke. I think his state of emergency is the biggest block party ever in Richmond, is what it's turned out to be. The only thing we're missing are taco trucks.
The FBI last week arrested 3 alleged neo-Nazis, fearing a repeat of the deadly violence by white nationalists in Charlottesville in 2017. But there was no sign of that here.
It's not a white thing, it's not a black thing, it's a liberty thing. We want our freedoms, we want to keep our freedoms, and we don't want the government telling us what and what we can't have.
This show of iron force was triggered by proposed changes to Virginia's gun laws, with plans to impose background checks and restrict purchases to 1 handgun per month.
There is a huge pent-up demand for reasonable firearms legislation.
A spate of recent shootings in Virginia ignited a grassroots movement against the state's lax gun laws.
We heard the screaming, we heard the gunshots, and that day changed my life forever. And so since then, this has been my cause I'm going to fight for the rest of my life.
Democrats were swept to power last November in both state houses. Now their mandate to tighten gun laws is being severely tested.
The fact that armed militias have shown up in our capital demonstrates even more the need to ensure we have effective gun violence prevention legislation.
In anticipation of the laws being passed, dozens of municipalities have declared themselves Second Amendment sanctuaries, which means they won't enforce these laws. In short, it's a standoff between those who make the laws at a state level and those who enforce them at a local level.
There are tens of thousands of people here with guns showing them that we don't want them to become tyrannical, and if they do, then we're going to have a real problem.
The president has voiced his support for the demonstration, hoping it's a rallying cry for re-election in November. David Lipson, ABC News, Richmond, Virginia.